the meeting to order for the Cottrellville Township Board for Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. Pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You didn't want to sit in her chair?
All right, shall we start with the pledge, or the roll call attendance, please?
Sue?
Here.
Tom?
Here.
Mary Agnes?
Here.
Sherry? Here.
Kathy is excused. She's very sick. I think she's got the flu. The next thing is our agenda approval. We have a couple of things to add. I've given you that stack on the side of your chair there. The first one is for the consent agenda. It has to be added, an invoice in the amount of $112.50 for a special assessment road repair advice that we got from the attorney. Also another invoice for $725 for a Todd Chartier versus Cottrellville Township. So the total on that is $736.50. In the opens, also you have to add the white heating and cooling for $805.44, which is to repair the furnaces in the basement. So the total opens on the original agenda is $341.30. Those other three items makes the total account payable is now at $1,883.24. We have a copy of the Fifth Third credit cards account for $455.57. We, under F, new business, we have item number 6, application for right-of-way permit for St. Clair County Road Commission for our township to operate in the right-of-way of the county road for repairs of sewer and water. And under announcements, we have an invitation from St. Clair County Michigan Townships Association for the 2019 annual meeting that will be held on Thursday, February 21st. The agenda is attached to your package. The cost is $30 a person, and if you want to RSVP by the 7th of February, anyone who attends will have to pay their own way, and their guests too. And it's going to be at Alexander's Banquet Center in Marysville for officials. So, do I have a motion to approve the agenda for these additions and deletions, plus these extra items, please?
I'll make a motion to accept it.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion to approve the agenda, and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Better be, yeah, those, we're good. All right, the next item is the actual consent agenda. Those are all the items that have to be paid as far as minutes, public hearing on the 6th of December, reports from the treasurer's office, the clerk's reports, revenue and expenditure reports, approval of accounts payables now is up to 1883.24, and there's $54,014.11 in paid that are already paid, 35 checks total. Marine City Area Fire Department runs for December 2018. The Ivor Township Fire Department runs for 2018 and December's. There was a total, I think, of 10 for the whole season, the whole fiscal year, and then, of course, the copy of the Fifth Third credit card account. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to take care of all of the consent agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Sue?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes?
Tom?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Kathy's absent. Motion carried, thank you. All right, the next item is open session. Do we have anyone in the audience that wants to talk about anything that's on the agenda? No? Okay. It is 7:35. Unfinished business. I've given you another thing for possible public service special assessment. Now, I've just given you some ideas, but I think we have to sit down and discuss this, and we don't have to do it tonight, but kind of chew on this a while. I figured we'd go back to the same amount that we asked for when we put it on the ballot. We only lost by like 5 votes, I think, or 10 votes. But this, we're gonna do it again by special assessment, and we're going to call it Public Service Fire Protection and Police, and/or Police Protection. We've got some items that are gonna need some attention, and I'm thinking more of speeding in the area, just maybe certain roads. I've contacted Clay Township, and Artie Bryson is gonna work with us as far as giving us some idea what this is gonna cost. I thought I'd have it by tonight's meeting, but he said he might not be able to get it till next month, so that's why we're just gonna let you chew on this a while. Some of this I put in as a 4-year thing, or all of it's been put in as a 4-year thing. The amount of money that would come in is like 88 cents per thousand of taxable value, and then about 12 cents for the police. Including in that police, I would like to broaden it out a little bit so that we would take care of some of the blight that's happening in our area too. We can't seem to get a handle on stuff by letters, as some of these people are just not listening. So, that's the other thing. But that's, that was just my opinion. Everybody can contribute next month and give me anything by that meeting, if you can, that I can duplicate for everyone to have, so you can go through this stuff. The original, if this goes through, I'd like to split it up for at least both winter and summer taxes, so that it won't be quite so expensive. However, I definitely want to do it for the first year. If you guys think that that's easier for people to handle, we can do it the entire 4-year period if you want. Would do the same thing. Any residual funds would be used for nothing but fire and or police protection by line item. So during the course of the year, if there's nothing else, then that would be moved to the fund balance in our budget for future coming up stuff. So, and at the end of 4 years, it would be subject to a renewal. So we'll try it for a short period of time, see how it will work. And anything else that you want to include in the police thing, or we've got some other things coming up that might make it a little easier to swallow. We can maybe produce a little more leverage to get some of this stuff handled in Bill's office.
And maybe do police for a year and see how that is, and then go
Well,
from
we could
there.
do them separate if you want.
Yeah,
Bring that up at the next one, and what we'll do is we'll sit down and figure it all out for you, and come and see me if you can, and we'll get something in writing. Now, the actual first year would be a total of $109,000. That's based on the 2000.
yeah, for
18.
fire, yeah.
Yep, that's for fire. Police is around 7,300 for summer and winter, so that's 14,769. I don't even know if we need that much. I gotta see what
They come up with,
what they come up with as far as, and then I might also give the sheriff a stab at it too. Let them see if they can, want to be involved in any of that stuff. Then for fire and for police, I've separated it so that we figure our millage, or our values go up about 2.5% per year. So that's what we'd be working with over the 4-year period. But if you want to just try that police protection for 1 year, that's a good suggestion.
yeah, just in case it doesn't work out, and then that's what we've, done. I think it'd be good to try it for a year. And with Clay, they're so close to us,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
yeah. You
Okay.
just come over the line, and
So if
don't give me a ticket.
no, don't drive so fast. No,
I don't,
I know you don't.
not all the time.
So I'm not going to take any vote on this. I just wanted to get you going through it and thinking about it, and see what we can come up with the next meeting. But if you wouldn't mind contacting me if you've got anything you want to change, or if you want me to break it down so that it happens twice a year instead of once a year after the first year. But we just got to do something to get some of this money coming in to help us. So.
Especially for fire.
Especially for fire, yep. Okay, under new business, F, we have an announcement of the preliminary flood map for the federal government. They come up with a flood insurance study report for St. Clair County. All that paperwork came in. I have placed it on file in the assessor's office for review. Anybody that wants to look at it is welcome to go in and make an appointment with Barb, and she'll pull it out. There'll be scheduled dates for workshops for, I don't know, that's the other part. So anyhow, all of this will be for information only, but you're welcome to see it. She's got a drawer set up for it, and anyone that comes in and inquires about their flood, whether they're in the flood zone or not, they'll be able to dispute it or whatever. It seems to be right up to date, so at least there was stuff in there for people that inquired in October, so I know that it's at least caught up that far, so. Okay, that doesn't need a vote on anything either, I just want you to be aware of it. I'd like to schedule the dates for workshops too for our budget proposal. Tom, I see that you said you would make it for the February meeting, which is the 13th of February, and then you're gonna be gone the rest of the month?
Yep.
Okay. So we gotta try and get stuff worked out then. If you can get with me, give me the dates that you prefer to do this stuff. I'd like to try and do some daytime, simply because I run out of gas. But we can, schedule a couple of them at night if there's something in particular people are concerned about. But I'd like to do it like in 3 sections. We'll do the first one, and then we'll do water and sewer, and then we'll do the garbage and lighting and the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm fine during the day now, being that don't work.
Yeah. Okay, we're still working every day?
Yeah, but I can bend the schedule. I know the boss.
You know the boss.
You better check with your son, see if he wants to do that.
Yeah, just get me away from him.
Okay, all right, we have a request for, Kathy's not here to make the presentation. We have a Fifth Third bank account that was started by the Cottrellville Township Historical Society, which was, I think, you were one of the original members, right, Pat?
No, Ida and Dennis started it.
Ida and Dennis started it? Okay,
And actually, it's a separate, it's not a board. And I've talked to people at the MTA, of course, they don't give me anything in writing, and she said, it's a separate entity. And I.
would you mind going up there, because I want to make sure people can hear this to home.
An historical society is a separate entity. The Township Historical Society is a separate entity from the township and any of the boards. Excuse me. And that particular account was started before by the originators, Ida and Dennis Basinski. So the thing is, I was told, because it's got Cottrellville's name out, well, you got a historical society checking account. Whose name do you think you're going to put on it? A historical society of St. Clair County? I mean, what are you supposed to put on it? So I'll talk to the bank too, and I haven't talked to our president. I'm going to call him because we haven't really been meeting recently, and we have to start our meetings up again. I'm hesitant only because I'm concerned about that being a line item and eventually getting merged in if there's no activity, because we saw that with the dog park money and nobody knows where that is. And I just don't want that to happen. I didn't start the Historical Society, but I want to respect the originators of it and the board,
Well, I
the
think
founders.
if you could go through the past records of your treasurer and see what, as far as where that money originated from, if it was membership donations, yearly,
Mostly.
lifetime,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. If we can figure that out, then what we can do is get that information to Kathy, and she can cut checks and return that money to everybody. That way it's not gonna get,
Or, it's an option, but, I mean, I'm concerned that, none of us are gonna get any younger, and, yeah, you don't wanna lose that money, or
No.
and you don't wanna, you wanna pass it on. But at the same time, I don't want it to get lost. Hopefully somebody, if not us, picking it up better, that it will resume at some point with better activity. I just don't have, I'm secretary, and I feel like I have to push everything to
I
get it
know,
going.
I know.
And so, Don's, Don works full-time,
Don
and
Kevin.
then, until recently, and then he had some surgery, so he, he's busy. And so, it's just a matter of, getting more people involved that are actually active.
All right.
So,
Well, what we
that's-
can do is, we'll table this till next month when Kathy's here.
I
But
appreciate it.
Nicole Hart is the deputy treasurer. Are we able to do a line item if we move that money into the general fund so that it could be a line item that specifies just for that?
Yes, I do know that Kathy is adamant about doing this. She's talked to our auditors too, and they said, yes, definitely it should be done because there's a checking account out there, that we were not even made aware of until the last audit, until they said, what is this account? And,
Nobody
we didn't
knew.
know. And they said any type of business, it is done at the township hall. There's items stored downstairs, there's everything here. It would be a line item similar to all these special assessments and everything in the GL number.
Okay.
Only funds would be for historical, and the Historical Society would still have control of that money. Whatever you guys decide the money needs, need anything, you would just come in and say, I need a check for this amount of money.
Okay,
And I'm sure, she wouldn't be opposed to, if you wanted to write an agreement that the money that goes into that fund, would be controlled by the board of the Historical Society.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd be opposed to that. I mean,
yeah.
she doesn't want control of the money or, it going into the general fund or anything like that. It just, she has to be accountable for everything, and that's what the auditors.
Well, I get it, because the auditors said that,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
But
right, well, let's do it that
I
way.
don't know what
then.
Algonac does, but I know they're set up as a separate entity.
Well,
but-
usually when you go in and you open up a commercial account like that, they're supposed to have documents that shows your, that you're a bona fide person representing the township. I don't know, I don't think anything like that was ever put together.
Probably
So
not.
if we can just figure out exactly what that money is, so that we know, and then what we'll do is we'll move it back into the township funds, we'll give it a line item, and then if your board wants to meet and you wanna disperse all that and send it back to the original people that donated it, that's fine too. Otherwise, if they vote to keep it in the record, we'll draw up that article that Nicole was just talking about between the township and that board.
I would
because that's
feel better if
volunteer,
it's
that's
not controlled
appointed.
by the board, because this is a separate entity. And so,
Board meaning the Historical Society.
Historical.
meaning only the historical side
Yeah.
between, like you said,
If you
between the
want it
historical
returned.
society.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
don't want it returned and you still want it kept
I
in
mean,
there, then there'll
it's
be a line
mostly
item.
memberships, and lifetime memberships are $100, so that's how it added
How it
up to
probably
that.
arrived, yeah.
Tom and I have a lifetime membership, I don't know who else might in that group, but, I'd have to look at the checkbook and see what
Because
the
that
list
that
is.
board is not, that's a volunteer board. There was nothing,
No.
it wasn't appointed by anybody at the township, so it actually is a separate entity.
Yes.
So what we can do is, think about that, and get that paperwork to me in the next month or so, and then we'll get it cleaned off by March 31st, because I know she wants to make sure that's in the audit for this year, okay?
I talked to Kathy about it, and I told her, with the holidays and stuff, I haven't had time to
That's all right.
do any of that, but, I do wanna, I'm not trying to war with anybody, I just wanna make
Okay.
sure that everything's done right too, so,
All right, that's good.
for all the parties.
All right, I don't think I have anything else except a point of information for, we had a lady call today that, she lives on McKinley Road in the 6800 block, and her dog got attacked by a coyote. And
Where is this?
it's on McKinley Road. I don't know if I should put her name out over there or not, but, she's in the 6800 block, her dog was attacked, she was standing right there when it happened. She got, it was mauled pretty good, they don't know if they're gonna be able, if the dog's gonna survive or not, but she's,
What roads is that?
I don't know where it's
Oh, you
between,
don't
I
know?
didn't get the message, I got it through Barb,
Oh, okay.
she took a message, but it's, she was told to call the DNR and also call the sheriff's department, let them know that animal control, so that they know that there's one out there, so I don't know anything about the hunting season for coyotes or what the deal is on that, but, I know they're, worth,
I
not
know
really
they're
worth
out there.
trapping for
We hear 'em
anything
at
either,
night.
so. But just so that you're aware, if you got small animals, that, they're getting more aggressive. I was told that, there was a place where they were walking in a park someplace, I don't think it was this park, but, that they were coming out of the woods, so it couldn't have been this one, but there was, where they were coming out of the woods and coming after human beings, so that's not so good either, so they're getting. So just so you're aware of that, is there anybody else that, is there anybody else that has any public comments or announcements, or, then I guess we could entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:51. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
to adjourn.
All right, and we have a
7:51.
second? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.